everybody. Week 15 of the NFL. If you watched our Saturday one, you already know we're changing it up a little bit with these Saturday games coming in. We're going to change the format of the show a little bit. But let's start by saying, if you have not played OwnersBox yet, best place to play daily fantasy sports, you can give it a try. You can click the link in our description, use code MENLY when you sign up, and they will match your deposit up to $500. That's $500 to play fantasy football. It's about as good as it gets. We're going to jump right into it by looking at our favorite games to stack of the week. And we're going to let Soda go first. Soda, what game are you looking to stack this week?
This was tough. There was a lot of options that I liked. I ultimately came to a game where I think we can actually grab two quarterbacks in our lineup. Give me the Eagles, Bears. Let's break it down for them here. So this is definitely going to be an expensive stack. So you're going to have to look to save places. But I want to give me Hurts, Brown, and Devontae Smith. Like to see Smith down there a little bit. We're going to save some money on Devontae Smith. I like that. And then give me Justin Fields. I'm going two quarterbacks. And let's go with Cole Kmet.
You better hope this is a shootout, Soda.
I am
5 players from one game.
I actually really like this. Fields and Kmet have kind of had a connection all year. And I don't see anybody stopping the Eagles' offense. So I do see this being a shootout. I like that it's in Soldier Field, so that gives the Bears a little bit of a chance to actually put up a fight, keep it close. So I like that. Like I said, you're going to have to find some cheap option in other places, which we will talk about later. But that was my single favorite stack of the week.
I like it. Before I get into mine, I want to just give a shout out to the Detroit Lions. Knocking out the Vikings last week. Their offense looks good, but their defense looks horrible as well. So if you want to look to stack this Lions-Jets game, it's always a good option. But the team I am looking to stack is the Cincinnati Bengals. I still got the Eagles checked here. Give me a second. All right, let's get them off the screen. All right. So, Joe Burrow has just been going crazy the last few weeks. Jamar Chase is back, like all the way back. He has looked phenomenal. So I am stacking Jamar Chase with Joe Burrow. I see T. Higgins listed as questionable here. If he plays, he's questionable with a hamstring, but if he plays, he's definitely going in here. And if he's out, I am jumping right to Tyler Boyd. Also questionable, but I'm assuming one of them will play. So whichever one plays will be the second half of my stack. And then I will be running it back with Chris Godwin. So another expensive stack that we're looking at. I don't really love the Buccaneer offense. I don't like the way they've looked. Mike Evans has been extremely disappointing. He single-handedly made me miss the fantasy playoffs last week. So this is the stack I'm looking at. A Bucs team that's desperate for a win, battling for the NFC South. Some crap team has to win it. So this is the game I'm looking to stack. I think it'll be a high-scoring affair. That 325 window, it'll be on a lot of televisions. A lot of people will get that game. So that is the stack that I like. Now, me and Soda both went with pretty expensive stacks. So you're going to have to be looking for some players to save with. Soda, which value players are you looking at this week?
Yeah, we are absolutely going to have to save some money this week. So I actually like a couple value plays in the game that I considered stacking, and that is the Texans and Chiefs. So I really like Pacheco. I think that's how you say his last name.
Pacheco, that was horrible.
Pacheco. I
forgot
a C, not a big deal. So I like him. Running backs, he's not as cheap as I was hoping. But I do like him. He's an option. Save a little bit of money at running back. But then I really like Chris Moore for the Texans. If you see what he did last week, and I think they're obviously going to be down against the Chiefs, have to throw the ball a lot. I think that he is a great option. If he does that again, really like that for a value play there.
Yeah, a couple good options there. And you said Pacheco was more expensive than you thought he would, but we've said it all year. When it comes to the running back position, if you can get in that 5,500 to 5,700 range, you're looking at that's a good price, honestly.
I do like, you just scroll by him real quick. I do like Deontay Foreman again too We had him last week in our top 5 running backs. Didn't do exactly what we wanted. Didn't have a terrible week, though. But I believe they play the Steelers this week. Yeah.
Yep.
Steelers just gave up a ton of rush yards to the Ravens. Not a real good run defense. So I do like Foreman again this week as well for a cheaper option.
Good play, good play. Jerick McKinnon had a big week last week. We could see both Kansas City Chiefs running backs have a big game against that Houston defense. Hopefully they get a lead early and they can use both running backs there. Latavius Murray, always a pretty good running back option. We scroll down to like this $5,000 range. Jacksonville plays Dallas this week. Zay Jones, always a good option. He's one of those guys that you throw in your lineup, you kind of throw a dart and just hope he has a big week, and a lot of times he does. DJ Chark went off against the Vikings last week. We love that Detroit offense lately. So to anyone else you want to cover as far as value?
I think that hit it pretty good. Are you considering messing with any of the Texans running backs in that situation?
I'm not. Burkhead would probably be just because for some reason they love that guy. He'd be the only one that I would maybe take a risk on, but I don't think the running backs there are going to put on much of a performance. If it's one where I have no money left and I need someone at the running back position, I might consider one of them, but that's about it for me.
Yeah, agreed. Let me check my notes again. I feel like there's one more play I had. Oh, keep an eye on the Patriots running back situation. I think Stevenson and Harris are both questionable, but I think Harris is more likely to play. If one of them doesn't play, I like the other one. Harris is probably pretty reasonably priced considering he's been out for a while and Stevenson's taken over. So I do like Damian Harris as a play. I see you looking at Pierre Strong, getting the South Dakota State.
Yep, the Jackrabbit came in, had a big week.
Look.
All right. All good stuff. If you have any questions or any flex players, value players you want to ask us about, feel free to put those in the comments. We don't want to sit and talk about every player, but there are obviously some more good options there. Final thing we're going to do is we are going to tell you about our running back of the week. We already talked about him. Soda, why don't you tell him why he is our running back of the week this week?
We already talked about him?
Yep, you said his name wrong.
Oh, Pacheco?
Yep, Isaiah Pacheco.
Like you can tell that the Chiefs have kind of found a running back they can count on in the run game. He's been pretty solid. I didn't realize, when was that he was returning? He must not do that every week, but I see that he has some return yards against the Bengals.
Yeah, and he did a little more early in the year when they had Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield, but now with him taking more of the work in the backfield, they don't have him returning.
Makes sense. But I just think the Texans are so bad. Chiefs should be playing with a lead. I think they're just going to get out of there with kind of no injuries, play it safe. I think Pacheco is going to get a lot of work.
Yeah, he'll be heavily owned this week, so you have to keep an eye on that. I think him and McKinnon will both be pretty heavily owned with them going against Houston this week. They should both get plenty of work. You see McKinnon gets a lot of the work in the pass game. So we like Pacheco a little more this week, and that's why he is our running back of the week. If you're building your OwnersBox lineups, you have any questions for us, or you just want to show off your lineup that you think is going to go absolutely ballistic, feel free to send it to us on Twitter or let us know in the comments. Hope everyone has a great week on OwnersBox. Stay manly, everybody.